Now I'm going to take you through a roll down. So this is one of our 34 classical Pilates exercises, and we're going to add in press ups as well. So coming to the end of your mat, feet hip distance apart, pelvis underneath you, taking a nice inhale at the top, expanding that rib cage. Exhale, engaging your pelvic floor and core, gently bringing your chin to chest, and we're going to roll down through each vertebrae one at a time. At the bottom, keeping your heels on the floor, walking forward into your high press up position. Then you can bring your knees to the floor into your 3/4 press up if that is better for you, or you can maintain that full press up position and do your press ups from there if that is better for you. Somewhere between 2 and 6 press ups per roll down, please. Then walking yourself back into the bottom of your roll down, taking an inhale, and on your next exhale, gently restacking those vertebrae back to standing. This is a really nice mobility exercise for your spine, so keep it nice and slow and controlled. It should take somewhere between 8 and 10 seconds to roll down to the floor. Don't rush this part. Maintaining your core connection as you do your press ups, breathing however works for you whilst you are doing your press ups. When you get to the bottom of your roll down, pushing down into those toes so you really can bring your pelvis up over your heels and not so it's behind you. So your body should come back up and be in a really balanced, neutral spine position. If you need to at any point reduce the amount of press ups or go to a 3/4 press up, if you're doing a full press up, that's absolutely fine. Just work in the range that you feel is right for you today, and then you can always up that and increase that as the weeks go on. once you finish your set, coming back into your rest pose. This next move is cat flap letterbox, which is a great core exercise. So we're going to come to lying down on our backs, feet are hip distance apart, flat on the floor. Pelvis in neutral, so just take a gentle tuck and tilt if you need to bring that pelvis into neutral alignment where there's just a small gap under that lower back. You can check that with your hand. Palms are facing up so you can't push down into your upper body, and your knees are going to be above your hips. So we're keeping our legs in what we call our tabletop position. Going to take an inhale, and then on your exhale you're going to engage your core and pelvic floor and stretch the leg out as if you were going to put your foot through the letterbox on your front door. Going to inhale, hold it there, and then exhale, come back to the center. Going to inhale there, prepare, exhale. This time we're going to place the foot through the cat flap, so we're bringing that leg lower. That's a harder position, so thinking about as you extend that leg out, what's happening in your belly. So making sure your ribs stay in contact with your hips. So rib to hip connection is really important here. Pulling those hip bones into the middle. Again, we're going to hold that for an inhale and pause, and then exhale back to the center. You can alternate legs if you need to make this slightly less challenging. You could also do this with one leg in tabletop instead of two, which again would make it less challenging if you're finding this quite difficult. I really want you to think about that position and the use of your core here. We're really working those core muscles hard. And once you've finished one leg, we're going to move to the other leg, exactly the same. So exhale, taking the leg away from the body, up as if you're going to post your foot through the letterbox, holding for an inhale, and then exhale, returning to your starting tabletop position. Inhaling in the middle to prepare, exhale, taking the leg lower, thinking about that rib to hip, so pulling your ribs down towards your hips, keeping hold of that connection, pulling those hip bones into the middle, switching on that pelvic floor, so thinking sit bone to sit bone, pubic bone to tailbone to do so. Making sure that little gap behind your low back doesn't increase in size, so it should stay small because your back should remain in its neutral position and just the leg moves. Once you finish, taking a full body stretch and then returning to your sitting rest pose.